The most common way most small businesses do major damage to their reputation is not handling the first touch correctly, which is usually a phone call. So if a customer's first experience with your business is you just don't answer, goes to a black hole voicemail, or it's a confusing phone menu, they don't just hang up, they move on to the next person on Google, and they remember you as the person that doesn't care enough to answer the phone when it matters. So I call a lot of contractors, roofers, plumbers, electricians, auto repair companies, and it's the same thing over and over. You see one of two things. You either get dumped into an IVR that says, press 1 to do this, press 2 to do that, press 3 to reach the office. And half the time, they don't pick up once you press the button. So you've waited to listen to the menu, and then you waited for it to ring, and now you have nobody, and you wasted 60 seconds. So now that person, they're more stressed than when they started. They still don't have help, and they're definitely not calling you back. Even if you call them back, they might not pick up, and because they haven't had a great experience. So the most interesting thing I've seen too, aside from just the generic voicemails that just say, hey, we're busy, leave us a message, we'll get right back to you, is sometimes people leave messages, or they record voicemails that say, call us back in 5 minutes, we're in the middle of a job. And someone's definitely not going to do that, and that makes them even angrier that they have to schedule a time to call you back because you don't have a way to handle your incoming phone call. So last thing, most interesting thing I've seen with businesses, I typically call around 50 a day, and of the 60% that don't pick up, which would be about 30 of them, I might get 1 call back or 2 calls back. And so most businesses, they have no way to track how many missed calls they have over the course of a week or a month, and they don't call people back at all. And if they do, they might call them back once. And so a lot of money is lost. A lot of jobs are lost from just not picking up the phone in the first place, not calling people back, having confusing menus. So if you're serious about your business's reputation, what you need to do to fix it is to put a system in that answers the phone 100% of the time, and it makes it simple, and it gives people a plan. So if you have an AI answering your phone, for example, it would collect their information, name, phone, what's your problem, email address. And even if you're not able to pick up, you can have it say something like this. Hey, I'm going to call John with your information right now. I'm going to tell him how important your problem is, and he's most likely going to call you back within 15 minutes. Can he call you back on this number, or is text better? And that way, you give them a plan, and they're not going to move on to that next person on Google. Putting a simple system like that in might get a business 2, 3, 5, 10 more jobs a month. And if each job is if you're a plumber and each of your jobs is $3,000 to $5,000 a month, that's a lot of money. That's back into your pocket. So that's what I recommend most businesses do, just to stop the basic leaks. This is not anything complicated. Most businesses in the U.S. have this problem of not handling their initial calls correctly.